Welcome to it, yet another exciting afternoon of some rugby action that comes to you live all the way from Pretoria. Of course, the two teams that will be taking to the field will be battling for a place in that big final. When you look at this competition, it is the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, a very special competition which starts today. It is the round of 32, and of course towards the end of October we'll see that grand final taking place. So much for us to talk about when you look at these two teams. In terms of the home team, it is the Naka Bulls, or many would call them in Pretoria Naka Bulle, taking on Safcol, the team that reigns from Boland in the Western Cape. Now you look at these two teams that have had an absolutely phenomenal history in terms of this tournament. But looking at the starting lineup from the lads from Boland, of course Safcol United, you've got players like Stander in that forward pack, players that will have to do a lot of work to ensure that they get the victory this afternoon. In terms of that lock pairing, you've got Julies as well as Dimas also forming that lock pairing. And when you look at their scrummy, Jason being a vital player that they will use this afternoon, as well as Van Wyk wearing that fly half jersey, the number 10 jersey, now being on the wing, as well as Wood wearing that number 15 jersey, the man who will be playing at fullback for the Safcol United team. Now of course the home team, Naka Bulle, Naka Bulls, a team that will have the pressure of their home supporters, but playing at home is always a big occasion, especially when you are starting the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. You've got players like Rowan, Bueta, Grobler forming that forward pack, as well as Bosov also wearing the number 6 jersey, Venter at number 7, and then you've got Hart wearing that scrummy number 9. And then of course in terms of their backline players that will be vital this afternoon, players like Iman as well as Austin forming that center pairing. In terms of the action that lies ahead this afternoon, as I mentioned, it is the start of the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, a big competition when you look at South African rugby, and of course a competition that means a lot to club rugby teams as well. When you look at these two teams with a strong history in this competition, and two teams that will want to ensure that they start their campaign well so that they can play in that big final that will take place towards the end of October. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff. In terms of the weather, it's looking fantastic out here in Pretoria. Of course, Naka Bulls will be looking to use this home ground advantage as well, as we're about to see the kickoff in this big competition as well. It's always a special occasion watching some club rugby this afternoon. Welcome to it. It is a special broadcast brought to you by Global Sports Network, a network that only brings you the best in local sporting action. My name is Aaron Masamola, and I will be taking you through this fantastic game that we will be watching. Naka Bulls, Naka Bulle taking on Safcol United from Boland. Waiting patiently for the start of this big titanic battle. Of course, when you look at the pre-season that both these teams have put in, long yards, putting in the hard work, ensuring that they're fit and ready for yet another big competition that starts this afternoon. They talk about big games require big players. Every single player that will take to the field this afternoon will be wanting to show their coach, their players and their supporters that we are here to play some fantastic rugby, as we see the kickoff by Naka Bulle. As we see Safcol taking the time. The scrumming looking to use the box kick. Quick feet from the number 15 from the Bulls. Great ball movement here. Fantastic offload. Number 12 from the Naka Bulls. Gaining meters, but the penalty goes to Safcol United. Great start here that we're seeing from the Naka Bulls. donning the yellow colors. They're playing from right to left on your screen. Safcol United, they're playing from left to right on your screen. As we see a nice touch finder by Safcol as they take charge in this encounter.
On this line.
Taking their time, making their way to that line out. First line out here for Safcol. Can they use this? Great execution of the line out. Interception here by the Naka Bulls. Naka Bulls fly half, looking to move men out the way. Spreading that ball with confidence. That number 12 from the Naka Bulle. Referee calling them back. Just 1 minute into this encounter. It's a big one. Naka Bulls with all the confidence. Their supporters smiling from ear to ear as they're looking to start the season on a good note. Seeing the first scrum of this encounter. Of course, the big forward pack for both these teams. Players like Bueta, the hooker, Grobler. A few mentions there in terms of that forward pack for the Naka Bulls. Rashford wanting to make his name count as well for Safcol. It is a Safcol scrum. Referee just asking them to reset as we're about to see the first scrum in this encounter. Taking their time here, 2 minutes into this battle. One thing I can tell you is that the Naka Bulls have had a touch of the momentum so far. Taking their time to set up this first scrum. It is a Safcol United scrum. Can they make it count?
Yes! Yes!
Penalty going the way of the Naka Bulls. Decision-making time early on in this encounter. Do we go for the 3 points? Do we go for a touch finder to look for a try? Easy decision here by the Naka Bulls. Simple execution, easy touch finder, showing their intent early on in this battle. They're looking for 7 points. Yes, they could have gone for the 3 points, but they said no, 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 no. We're playing at our home ground. We want 7 points. Great execution of the line out here by the Naka Bulls. Perfect maul here, rolling maul. That ball positioned quite nicely at the back of that rolling maul. There it is. The first try of the game goes to the Naka Bulls. Fantastic execution. We spoke about it. We said that they have to make a vital decision. They did so. And then, of course, great execution of the line out. Solid rolling maul. The ball perfectly positioned at the back of that maul as they see the first try of this game. 4 points in. Naka Bulls leading this one. Smiling from ear to ear. Question now. They fly half. Graf. Can he add 2 more points to their tally? Solid execution of the conversion. Graf. Kicking that ball with confidence. 2 points. 4 minutes into this big battle. Right here in Pretoria. Naka Bulls taking on Safcol United from Boland. Naka Bulls leading by 7 points. Safcol yet to score a single point. Of course, when you look at the dynamics of this competition, a special competition, when you look at the history of South African rugby, an opportunity for some of these older lads, sometimes younger lads, to showcase their skills, put up their hand and say, I want to play in that big final. Of course, also an opportunity for some of the players to show their coaches that I want to be a regular starter as we continue this season. Big hit here by Safcol on the Naka Bulls. Naka Bulls still have ball in hand. Their scrummy being put under pressure Safcol getting the ball, using their quick feet, tasting the defense, running straight into contact. Naka Bulls not shying away from the physicality of this battle. Hands, unfortunately, letting Safcol down. Turnover ball here, an advantage. Naka Bulls being put under lots of pressure. Securing that penalty as well is the Naka Bulls. Big moments here. You can hear the supporters being vocal on the touchline. It's always great when you're playing at your home stadium. You get that 16th man. That man that gives you a little bit of energy. That gives you a little bit of gees, Puma. Soos hulle sê in Afrikaans, soos Isma in Pretoria. Jy ken die storie. In terms of the momentum in the first 6 minutes of this game, Naka Bulls, Naka Bulle holding on firmly to the momentum. As we see the second line out here for the Naka Bulls. Shaky execution being gathered by the number 3 at the back of that line out. Penalty goes the way of Safcol. They've been playing deep within their territory, being tested so far in the first 6 minutes of this game. Of course, they're the gents that have had to travel quite a distance, making their way all the way from Boland, finding themselves in Pretoria. Second scrum of the game. The question is, can they fix their mistakes that they made earlier, Safcol United? That first scrum going the way of the Naka Bulls. Big scrum here, solid effort from both teams. Naka Bulls not shying away from the physicality. Safcol coming away with it. Taking their time at ruck time, looking to make the right decisions. Looking for the touch finder. Safcol using the touch line as an easy exit, alleviating the pressure that the Naka Bulls are applying throughout this encounter. Great atmosphere right here in Pretoria. Great for some fast running rugby. As we see the third line out of the game. Yet again, shaky execution by the Naka Bulls. But they gather the ball at the back of the line out. Safcol United applying pressure on the Naka Bulls. Not shying away from the physicality here. Love some physical rugby. Both teams up to the test. Naka Bulls still with ball in hand. Their number 13 spreading the ball with confidence to their number 15. They full back, gaining a few meters here. Penalty goes the way of the Naka Bulls. Yet again, decision-making time. Similar area as what we saw earlier on, about 4 minutes ago. Same decision. Naka Bulls going for the touch finder. We should see more of the same in this big battle. Naka Bulls controlling this game so nicely. Almost slowing the game down, one would say. Looking to secure maximum points as they start their season. And progression to the next round of this competition. Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Big moment here for the Naka Bulls. Spreading that ball with confidence. Relying on their big men. Looking to bully their way to the try line. They fly half. Graaf spreading that ball. Their fullback picks up the scraps. Absolutely brilliant execution. As we see the second try of this game, 9.5 minutes in. It's a big one. Adam Makari getting that second try here for the Naka Bulls. Quite an easy outing so far in the first 10 minutes. Naka Bulls making it count, showing off their flair, showing off their confidence, showing off their physicality. Graaf looking to add 2 more points. Easy does it. 2 from 2. Graaf smiling from ear to ear. Big moments here. Safcol United being tested in a big way here by the Naka Bulls. 10 minutes in. Naka Bulls, they find themselves on 14 points. Safcol United, they're still looking for those first points in this encounter. The one thing I can tell you is that the Naka Bulls are playing with confidence. They're playing with flair, really taking charge and control of this first game of the season. Of course, we've got 70 minutes left. So much rugby. Safcol United can come back as we see that great take by the Naka Bulls. Spreading that ball. Taking their time at ruck time are the Naka Bulls. Hearts, they scrummy. Looking for the box kick. Great take here by Safcol. Looking to run the ball. Big hits. Whoa. Naka Bulls. Reminding Safcol who's playing at home. Safcol still with the ball in hand. Looking to use their pace. Their number 14 asking questions. Naka Bulls pulling him to the ground. Stopping that momentum. Almost an interception there by the Naka Bulls. The ref will call them back for a knock on there. Hey, die manne groet mekaar. The physicality, we spoke about it. Big game. Pick and Pay Gold Cup will always bring you physicality. But the one thing is each and every single player on the field will show off their passion. These are the moments that we remind the players not to show off their boxing skills, but to just show off their love of the game and play some rugby. But of course we love it. Soos hulle sê in Afrikaans, die manne groet mekaar. And there's nothing wrong with that, but remind the players that discipline is always important in these big moments. Such an important game. Pick and Pay Gold Cup, brought to you live by the Global Sport Network. Passionate about sports, bringing you live sporting events. Referee taking charge of this encounter. We're 13 minutes in. Naka Bulls have taken charge, scoring 2 early tries, slotting away 2 conversions. Safcol United, die manne van Boland, looking for their first point in this encounter. As we're about to see the third scrum of this game. It's a big one.
Go, boys, go!
Safcol United, players like Rashford, Stander, they'll want to make this one count. They have been feeling the pressure at scrum time from the Naka Bulls. Quite a testing battle for both these teams. Of course, it is the first game of the season. Those legs, fitness will be tested this afternoon. Solid scrum here by the Naka Bulls as they get the advantage, also picking up the ball as well. The number 14 running with confidence as well. Naka Bulls pushing men out the way, moving with confidence, showcasing that physicality that we love from them. Safcol chasing that ball, not wanting any issues. Is there scrummy? Jason ensuring that there's no trouble there at the back. They've already conceded 2 tries. He wants no issues. These are the guys that want to come back into this encounter, making sure that they haven't traveled all this way not to score a single point. Of course, they're looking for a W. A team with a rich history in this competition. A team that has also won this competition in the past as well. Of course, we're reminded that the Naka Bulls won this competition last year as well. Great take here by Safcol United. Unfortunately, passes not combining, chemistry being a big question mark for Safcol United as they pick up the scraps. They still have ball in hand. Naka Bulls applying the pressure as we see the turnover ball here. Bulls spreading that ball. Their sixth man running with confidence. This man looking like a fly half. Bosov, fantastic from him. Great offload here as we see the third try of the game. Van der Westhuizen, big man wearing the number 5 jersey. What an absolutely brilliant third try as we see execution. Of course, that great combination play between himself and Bosov. Fantastic offload from Bosov, giving it to Van der Westhuizen. He scores that third try. Graaf smiling from ear to ear as the 2 points to their tally. Naka Bulls making sure that they use their home ground advantage. They now find themselves on 21 points. 16 minutes into this encounter. Safcol United really struggling in this game. But as you know the saying, it's not over until the fat lady sings. That's the story in sport. You can't count out any team until the final minute. But Naka Bulls will be happy with how they've executed their opportunities early on in this encounter, as they gather the ball yet again with confidence. Taking their time here at ruck time are the Naka Bulls. They scrummy, putting a little bit of pressure there, wanting the release of that ball, not coming as quickly as he wanted it. Referee calling for a scrum here. Naka Bulls securing the scrum here. Big scrum. They have to make these count. Naka Bulls with ball in hand. They're smiling from ear to ear. Of course, they've got the supporters in the stands, giving them a little bit of extra gees, extra vuma. Big scrum here. Solid execution from both teams. A little bit shaky in terms of Safcol United. Naka Bulls come away with the ball. Number 14 losing his footing. Number 15, the man who scored the try earlier, trying to pick up the scraps, losing the ball forward there. These are the moments where the basics count. Of course, it is the first game of the season. They will be feeling the fitness. They will be feeling that game pressure. Building up to the season and actually having a good season is not the same thing necessarily. Game pressure is a completely different story. Hence, we're seeing a few mistakes, handling errors by both teams. We saw them earlier from Safcol United. Seeing it right now from the number 15. Aiden Makari from the Naka Bulls, causing the scrum. It is the 5th scrum of this encounter. Naka Bulls have really dominated the scrums this afternoon so far. Can Safcol United come back? Pressure being applied yet again. Naka Bulls loving the scrums this afternoon. Safcol United, they've got the ball in hand, looking to gain a few meters here. Is their number 13. Tap and run here by Safcol United. Referee calling them back. The one thing that we have seen in this encounter is the contrasting styles between these two teams. Of course, both teams having had a solid preseason coming into this game, but the Naka Bulls relying on their physicality, as we've seen in the first few minutes of this encounter. Safcol United relying on their pace. The gents, the manne van die Boland, Looking at some of the Springboks that they've produced, we know that pace is the name of the game in Boeland. Big opportunity here for Safcol United. Looking to secure their first points of the game. Looking for 3 points. Simple execution. Absolutely brilliant. Van Wyk securing the first 3 points for Safcol United. Slowly but surely coming back into this game. 20 minutes in. Naka Bulle leading this one. 21 points. Safcol United there on 3 points. Scrum time yet again. Forward pack being called on in terms of scrum dominance. Naka Bulls have really controlled this game. We talk about physicality. It's almost the perfect display of how to dominate a game. Scrum time, you have to be physical. You have to assert your dominance. And that's exactly what they've done at scrum time. In terms of Safcol United, we know that they've got a few big men in their forward pack. Players like Rashford, Lehuka, looking to make these moments count. But they've really struggled in terms of their execution. When you look at the first stanza of this opening game for both teams in the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, both teams have played well, but of course, one has really shone the brightest. That is the Naka Bulls. They lead this one by 21 points. Of course, when you look at this competition, quite an exciting one. Round of 32 kicking off this afternoon across the country. Of course, building up to that big final that will be played at the end of October, as we see the 7th scrum of this game going the way of the Naka Bulls. They choose to run in a little bit. Safcol United applying pressure, but unfortunately causing the penalty there. Naka Bulls will definitely want to use this opportunity. Looking at how they've been able to score those first 2 tries in the game. Similar positioning. Going for the line out. Great rolling ball. Then they've scored 2 tries early on in this encounter. We should be seeing more of the same here. A plan, a tactic that has worked quite brilliantly for the Naka Bulls. A line out opportunity here for the Naka Bulls. Can they make it count? Solid execution. That ball perfectly positioned. Taking their time. They're scrummy. Moving his men into position. Naka Bulls. They center number 12. Asking questions. Unfortunately, that ball being dropped by the Naka Bulls. That's a knock on. Wasted opportunity. If you were asking, can the Naka Bulls get their 4th try from that line out? Unfortunately, execution letting them down there as they were looking to spread that ball. Big moment there. Marku, the man wearing the number 8 jersey, unfortunately taking his eyes off the ball. You can't do that in those big moments, but that's perfectly fine. Lots of time for Marku to fix those mistakes. He's played well so far. Just 1 or 2 errors creeping into his game. 24 minutes in. Referee just taking charge of this game. Asking the lads just to reset that scrum. It is a big game. Opening round. Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Special broadcast brought to you by Global Sports Network, bringing you live sports across the country. Such an honor, a privilege to be with you this afternoon. Wherever you're watching us, across the country. Both teams looking to make it count. Round of 32. Execution of the scrum being a little bit shaky from both teams. Referee will look to just remind the lads. It's the first game of the season. First game jitters. We've had 7 phenomenal scrums earlier. Let's see more of the same. The referee will be reminding the lads. Players like Botha, Grobler looking to make this one count. For the Naka Bulls, Rashford, the big man, the hooker. For Safcol United, he'll be looking to assert himself in the scrum. Great pickup here. There it is. The man who caused that mistake earlier on, Marku, the man in the number 8 jersey for the Naka Bulls, fixing his mistakes in a big way, getting the 4th try of the game for the Naka Bulls. Nice and easy. Naka Bulls, as they say, they are cruising nicely, looking to secure their first victory of the season. Graaf, 4 out of 4. He's been so phenomenal off that kicking tee. No issues. No early season jitters from him. Playing with confidence. He's got ice in his veins. Reminds me of Andre Pollard, the trusted kicker. 26 minutes in. 50 seconds on the board. Naka Bulls find themselves on 28 points. Safcol United, they're just on 3 points. 13 minutes left in this big battle out here in Pretoria, the home ground of the Naka Bulls. Fantastic execution there. Some would say a midfield line out. We've seen the same from the Springboks, to be honest. Naka Bulls playing with confidence. Copying Rassie Rasmus's playbook. Spreading that ball with confidence, looking for opportunities here. Turnover ball here by Safcol United, being held up. One thing that the Naka Bulls have done quite well is apply that pressure. Big moment. It's almost like the Naka Bulls are suffocating Safcol United, not giving them an opportunity to breathe, not allowing them to get any confidence, reminding them every single second of this game that we are playing at our home ground and we will definitely make you pay. Naka Bulls showcasing the flair, the excitement. Fantastic rugby at its finest. Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Great initiative by SA Rugby. We know how much you love this competition. Always brings out the fans. And of course, it gives the youngsters, as you see them on your screen right now, an opportunity to see their local heroes in action. Such a beautiful afternoon out here in Pretoria. The stands filling up slowly but surely. We know that this is a big rugby community. Those that love their rugby. In terms of Boland, where the Safcol United lads come from, you know Boland, they love their rugby. We know the Springboks that they've also produced. Great rugby heritage for both these teams. As we see yet another big scrum. Naka Bulls will be looking to make this one count within the territory of Safcol United. Solid scrum. That ball being spread by the Naka Bulls. Big hit by Safcol United. Naka Bulls securing that penalty though. Safcol United reminding the Naka Bulls that we're also here to play. Yes, you've controlled the game in the first 30 minutes, but don't count us out. Love to see big hits. Of course, within the rules of the game. Also, one thing that you saw from the two big hits that we've seen in this encounter is great tackle technique from both these teams. Nice and easy touch finder here from the Naka Bulls. Nice and easy. Taking their time. When you look at the tempo of this game, it has really favored the Naka Bulls, playing the game in such a way that favors them. Poor execution of the line out there by the Naka Bulls. Safcol United picking up the scraps. We spoke about their pace, looking to use that space and their pace to gain opportunities. Handling areas, costing Safcol United. Booting the ball up front. Naka Bulls gather. Graaf using his boot. Solid kick. Unfortunately, not necessarily going to plan for Graaf. Nine minutes left in this encounter. Naka Bulls taking on Safcol United in Pretoria. Shaky execution there by Safcol United, but they'll take it. They'll pick up the scraps and use it. As they scrum, he spreads the ball. The number 13 carries, gains a few meters here for Safcol United. Naka Bulls not shying away from the physical battle, looking to push back. But it is Safcol United that have the penalty. We saw them earlier on make the decision to go for the 3 points. Clearly they've made a decision that they've got nothing to lose. We have to go for all 7 points. We have to get a try before the end of this first half. As we see an injury on the park at the moment. Safcol United. Center, the number 13. Likaya has been quite vital for this team in the last 32 minutes. Being so vital in terms of carrying the ball, running straight into contact, looking for opportunities. He's looking okay as we continue the action. Poorly executed line out here by Safcol United. As we saw the scrummy for the Naka Bulls. Hard. Seeing some contact in the air there. Of course, the one thing about this game, rugby, that we all love is the fact that it's physical. But we also don't want to see any big injuries. It will be a long season for both these teams. It's still the round of 32. Then we'll move on to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then that big final that will be played at the end of October. Lots of rugby that lies ahead in the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Brought to you by SA Rugby. This broadcast, a special broadcast, live coming to you from the Global Sports Network. Big scrum here for Safcol United. They are within the territory of the Naka Bulls. They've really struggled at scrum time, is Safcol United. When you look at the amount of scrums that they've contested, but not necessarily won in the first 32 minutes of this game. The referee just asking both teams to reset that scrum. It is early days in the season. Both teams being a little bit shaky in terms of their execution. Early season jitters. That's perfectly fine. Lots of time to fix those mistakes. Solid execution here of the scrum by the Naka Bulls as they spread that ball with confidence. Looking for the grubber kick. Naka Bulls, unfortunately, being called back. Adam, he was already seeing the try line there for the Naka Bulls. Makari, the man who scored a try earlier on, scoring the second try of this encounter. Nice and easy touch finder here by Safcol United. Can they use these opportunities? These are the moments that count. These are the moments that you have to ensure that you actually get points on the scoreboard. It's one of those where they have to execute this line out perfectly. Go into a rolling mole possibly. Great execution of the line out as they spread the ball with confidence. Solid carry by the number 7. Safcol United still with ball in hand, looking to gain a few meters, not rushing themselves, looking for the perfect opportunity. Solid execution by the 8th man, Benjamin, taking his time. Safcol United, big moments here, using their big men, using that forward pack, looking to find a gap. Naka Bulls will be tested here for the first time in this encounter. Safcol United looking for their first try of the game. Big moments here. That penalty going the way of Safcol United. Big moments here. We are about 35 minutes into this encounter. Safcol United really coming back slowly but surely into this game. They were exposed earlier on, conceding 4 tries in total, but slowly but surely they're making their way back into this battle, showcasing their physicality, showcasing the fact that they reign from one of the best rugby regions in this country, Boland. It's not over until the fat lady sings. We've spoken about it early on as we see the quick tap and run here. Looking to use their big men is Safcol United. They're entrusting Ralph with that carry. Big moments. Yet again, Naka Bulls conceding a penalty deep within their territory. Likaya, the man who found himself there with ball in hand. Quick tap and run here. Ralph, strong offload to his number 12. Big moment here for Safcol United. Taking their time at ruck time, looking to make the right decisions. Yes, they are desperate for a try. Their number 5 asking the right questions. Dimas looking for a big carry. Spreading that ball yet again. Looking for that big moment is Van Wyk. They fly half. Safcol United really taking their time in this build-up, building the phases. Yet again, Naka Bulls conceding a penalty here. These are the moments, a few minutes before the interval, before the halftime break, These are the moments where you don't want to concede a try if you are the Naka Bulls. You've done all this hard work. You've made it count. These are the moments that you want to ensure that you keep your defense solid. Of course, just a reminder in terms of this exciting competition, the Pick and Pay Gold Cup that kicks off this afternoon across the country. Great competition, supported, endorsed by SA Rugby, brought to you live by the Global Sports Network, bringing you live sporting action every single weekend. Referee just asking them to reset. We have seen the last few scrums in this first half in terms of execution being a little bit shaky from both these teams. Both teams looking to show off their passion, show off their physicality, looking to make these moments count. Sometimes that's where the mistakes creep in. Of course, it is the first game of the season. We do expect that. No pressure being applied on the players just yet. Van Wyk, unfortunately, dropping that ball, not keeping his eyes on the ball. Van Wyk, the man who added the 3 points that you see on the scoreboard for Safcol United. Another scrum opportunity here for Safcol United. They're looking to make this one count. They are within the territory of the Naka Bulls. Any slip in focus by the Naka Bulls could be a big opportunity for Safcol United. As we see the quick feed here by the Naka Bulls. Solid execution. Graaf spreading that ball with confidence, handing it over. Big moment here, being called back. Adam saw the try line, looking for his brace. Unfortunately, referee calling them back.
Continue with the scrum.
These are the moments that really matter. We talk about big games, require big players. That one not being the moment for Adam. Makari. He's a player who's been quite active, putting up his hand, saying to his coach that we want to assert our dominance in this first half. Big game that we have seen so far right here in Pretoria. It is the Naka Bulls playing at home. They're taking on Safcol United. At halftime, 28 points to the Naka Bulls. Safcol United, they find themselves on 3 points. Safcol United really struggling in this first half, but the Naka Bulls have really asserted their dominance, looking strong as we start this campaign, 2025 edition of the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, round of 32.
Oh, you ready to sit up?
Quickly take a halftime break. We'll be back shortly with the second half of the game. in Pretoria. It is round number 32 of this big competition, the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, a special competition for both these teams who are out in action this afternoon. It is half-time. It is the home team, the Naka Bulls, that lead this game with a 28 to 3-point scoreline. Unfortunately, Safcol United really struggling a little bit in this encounter. So we thought, you know what, let's bring in the former chairperson of this absolutely beautiful rugby club that stems from the Boland. Die manne van die Boland, die manne van die Here. His name is Romano Lakay. He joins us at halftime. Romano, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good, and you, Aaron?
I'm doing very, very well. Let's start off with the action that we are seeing right here at the Naka Bulls home ground. Unfortunately, some of the calls and the action not necessarily going your way this afternoon so far, but we know that things can change in the second half.
Yeah, Aaron, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I think the competition and what SA Rugby is doing together with Pick and Pay and the other sponsors is great. 10 of our guys never flew in their lives before, so it's all about opportunities. I mean, most of us have probably never seen Pretoria coming here to play against the back-to-back champions. It's really a great opportunity. We're struggling a bit in terms of the scrums and that. Yes, there's a few calls, but that's always going to be there. Again, I want to say it's a great opportunity, and for everyone that came out to support us. We come from humble beginnings. Our club was only established in 98. En ons kom nog van die stofpaaie. There's still gravel roads where we come from. But I also think we should play our brand of rugby, which is a much more quicker game.
When you talk about your brand of rugby, the one thing that I love from the Boland is the fact that you guys play fast running rugby. Would you say that's the identity of the area where you come from?
It is. I mean, we run the ball from anywhere on the field, which is our brand of rugby in the Boland. Much of, if you watch the game between the Springboks and the All Blacks, that running rugby, that's a Boland brand of rugby. Yeah. So I think if we switch on, play our game, I checked the gradient of the field. I think we're gonna run it a bit more than we did the first half. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I know that you're also working with G Sportswear, a partnership also supporting us in the work that we do right here with the Global Sports Network. You talk about opportunities, and I want to shine a spotlight on individuals like yourself, you know, coming on board, supporting these young lads, and also giving us as broadcasters an opportunity to showcase this beautiful rugby. Why is it so important for you as a G Sportswear to be involved in showcasing club rugby at this level?
I just look at today. I think there's about 6 teams in total that's wearing, in the Gold Cup, wearing G Sportswear kit. We give a lot back to the communities as well. And I always say we don't actually do sponsorship. We partner with excellence. And if you look at the brand of Global Sports Network, there is excellence that they're putting out there. Training up guys to be in front and at the back of the camera. And the same with Safcol. We're the official kit supplier. As you can see, the brand Safcol comes from the Department of Forestry. In the design, you'll actually see the trees and that. So it's all about giving back. That if every business in South Africa can give something back or contribute to our communities, I think we would have a better South Africa.
You talk about a better South Africa. I want to put you on the spot. Can we see a better second half from Safcol United? Can the Gens, die manne van die Boland, can they come back into this game and really apply some pressure on the defending champions?
I think Naka has never been put under so much pressure. I think normally they run away, and I think we're going to see a bit more of our rugby in the second half. I think it's a mental thing. I think we must switch on. Obviously, the guys are struggling at the altitude as well, but we're going to give it our all. And I just want to give recognition to our chairman, Dimitri Jacobs, because it's his vision. I mean, it's the second time that for such a young club that we are in the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. So, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Mr. Lakay, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we hope that second half is a lot better for Safcol United. But of course, we acknowledge your contribution and the opportunities that you're giving everyone that's involved in this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Happiness.
Thank you.
As we see the kickoff of the second half, Naka Bulls taking on Safcol United. 28 points, Naka Bulls leading this one. Safcol United, they're just on 3 points. In terms of the tempo of the game, Naka Bulls really controlling that first half, scoring 4 tries. In terms of the kicking, T. Graaf was absolutely amazing. Looking good, looking strong. Absolutely exciting afternoon that we are seeing right here in Pretoria, where they love their club rugby. Naka Bulls, Naka Bulle, as they call them here in Pretoria. The game is story. Big scrum here, first scrum of the second half. Safcol United looking to make this one count, as we see the quick feed. Quick running feed here from Safcol United, keeping that ball in play brilliantly. We spoke about fast running rugby. Looking good, looking strong here, the Safcol United. Naka Bulls not shying away from the pressure, not shying away from the physicality. As we see yet another big hit, but it's after the ref had blown the whistle. The one thing that you will notice about this competition, the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, lots of physicality, lots of fast running rugby from the backline players. I love club rugby. Such a beautiful showcase of talent across South Africa. Just a reminder, this is a special broadcast by the Global Sports Network, bringing you the action live from Pretoria. So beautiful to see all of these players showcasing their skill and their love of the game. That's why we're here. That's why we are bringing you this live action, for you to witness and celebrate. In terms of the atmosphere right here in Pretoria, the stands have filled up. We had a few latecomers there in the first half, but it's so good to see people showing up for local rugby. Of course, we know that the Boks are playing a little bit later, so this is somewhat of a curtain raiser, you would say. Enjoy the Pick and Pay Gold Cup before you tune in to the Boks a little bit later. Of course, the Boks taking on Argentina Rugby Championship. They're playing at Kings Park in Durban. Referee taking charge of this game. We are just 43 minutes into this encounter. Naka Bulls have really stamped their authority in that first half, securing those 4 tries. Safcol United, the first 3 minutes, they've been looking strong in the second half. Die manne van die Boland, die manne van die Here, as you heard it there from Mr. Lakay, former chairperson of Safcol United, saying that this is a team that finds its identity, its strength in fast running rugby. We asked him, we put him on the spot, and we said, can they come back in the second half? And he said, yes, they will apply the pressure. Beautiful stories also being told by the special broadcast. 10 of the players within the Safcol United squad took their first flight, flying to Pretoria. Great story. We highlight opportunities, the positivity that comes with the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, investments being made from companies like G Sportswear. We talk about sponsorships in sports, but as Mr. Lakay indicated earlier on in that interview at halftime, it's not a sponsorship, it's a partnership, and that's what we love to see. Absolutely beautiful. Big moments here. 44 minutes into this encounter. One thing that you'll notice about this game is that it is the first game of the season. Things being a little bit slow. Fitness being tested as well in the second half. We will see some substitutions coming on a little bit later. Both coaches looking to keep the legs fresh of these gentlemen. Solid scrum here. Big scrum by the Naka Bulls. Graaf spreading that ball with confidence. Finding the break here. Here's the man in the number 12 jersey for the Naka Bulls, Himan. Naka Bulls continue to spread that ball. Graaf, they fly half. Looking for the gap. Pushing men out his way. Looking to bully his way to the try line. Safcol United being tested in defense here. Big scrummy. Looking for the quick tap. Looking from side to side. Unfortunately, not going with that option. Big moments here for the Naka Bulls. Every single time they had an opportunity in the first half of this game, they made it count in a big way. Hence you see the 28 points on the scoreboard. Seeing yet another scrum. The one thing that I can tell you about the scrums that we have seen so far in the first 46 minutes so far in this game is that the Naka Bulls have really dominated at scrum time. Players like Buerta, Grobla putting up their hands, saying, watch me handle my business at scrum time. Also, reminding their coaches that I want to be the regular starter as we continue the season. It is the round of 32 in this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Of course, both these teams looking to build momentum. Securing their spots in the next round of the competition will be vital. Of course, we know that the Naka Bulls are defending champions. They're a team that have won this competition quite a few times. Hence we know that Safcol United have a lot to prove. Some would say that the scoreline is a reflection of the class of the Naka Bulls, but we know you can never count Safcol United out. Die manne van die Boland, die manne van die Here. They're a team that can show up in the big moments. I'll remind you what happened in the Currie Cup. Boland Cavaliers, they were the team that surprised many in the Currie Cup. Safcol United could do the same in this competition. Naka Bulls also showing them a lot of respect as well. Quick movement here of the ball from the Naka Bulls. Fortunately, that execution not going to plan. The one thing that the Naka Bulls have done quite well is solid execution of the scrum after a quick feed. Then they spread the ball with confidence, using their wingers, spreading their play, testing the defense of Safcol United. A similar story that we have seen so far in this encounter. Looking at some of the star players that have emerged from this first game for the Naka Bulls. The man donning the number 15 jersey, he's been brilliant. Adam, pardon me. Makari, he's been solid. As we see the line-out execution here by Safcol United being very shaky. Snatched away by the Naka Bulls.
Not rolling! Not rolling! Number 6!
Spreading that ball. They pick number 7. Looking for a try as we wait with bated breath. Is that a try? Was he able to dot down the ball? Doesn't look like it. Referee held up. That's the call. No try. Some disappointed faces you're seeing on the field, as well as disappointed faces in the stands. Those that support the Naka Bulls scratching their heads at the moment. They thought they had their 5th try of the game. Unfortunately, that not being the case. Scrum time. Safcol United under heavy pressure. These are the moments we talk about, big games requiring big players. Naka Bulls looking for their 5th try of the game. You can see their scrummy, Jack Hart, not being happy with that scrum. He was looking for a quick feed. Referee yet again having to intervene, reminding the gents that we need a solid scrum. You can't have it just collapsing. Referee has done well in this encounter. A man under pressure, the man with the whistle, always feels the pressure as well. He's been solid so far. Great execution here of the scrum by the Naka Bulls. Big moment here. Safcol United being tested. There it is, nice and easy. A man who's having an absolute blinder, controlling the tempo of the game, making the right decisions every single time. The man with the number 9 on his back, Jack Hart, handling his business this afternoon as he secures the 5th try of this game for the Naka Bulls. Graf slotting away the 2 points as well. Looking solid, looking strong.
Ja.
Are the Naka Bulls, die mannen van Pretoria, die Naka Bulle, die ken ons die stories in Pretoria. They're having a good time this afternoon, putting a lot of pressure on Safcol United. Safcol really struggling in this competition. Great take here by the Naka Bulls, taking their time. Is Hart at ruck time, spreading the ball with confidence, looking for the gaps. Great opening here. Naka Bulls. Penalty going the way of Safcol United. The one thing that you have to love about club rugby is the players are always vocal. The supporters are also vocal. Love club rugby. Such a great advertisement for why we love rugby in this country. Yes, we can talk about the Springboks, but this is where it starts. This is the heartbeat of South African rugby. Of course, we know that this Pick and Pay Gold Cup is in partnership with SA Rugby, showcasing the talent pool that we have across different regions of South Africa. Reminder, this is a special broadcast by Global Sports Network, bringing you live rugby action. Round of 32 of this great competition with so much history.
Coach, box please.
Opportunity for the players to also showcase their talent, become local heroes in their community. Big moments here for Safcol United. We've got about 25 minutes left in this encounter. The moments that count. We haven't necessarily seen the pace from Safcol United. We know that they're a team that rely on their pace, but there have been moments, 1 or 2 opportunities where they showed us what they can do. So any gap that's given to them, they'll definitely make the Naka Bulls count as the Naka Bulls win the penalty. Poor execution by Safcol United, yet again being exposed at scrum time. The one thing about rugby is that once your scrum is firing, everything just seems to fall into place, as we can see is the case for the Naka Bulls. Great touch finder here by the Naka Bulls, gaining some territory. We know that they're leading on the scoreboard. Looking for yet another solid execution of this line-out opportunity of the Naka Bulls. Solid execution. Great formation of the rolling maul. Using their big men, using their physicality. Gaining meters is this rolling maul for the Naka Bulls.
Spreading the
ball, drop. Dropping that ball. Fortunately, got a knock on. Big moment here for Safcol United. Spreading that ball. High hit. Very high tackle. Tap and run here by Safcol United. Great offload to their number 11. Looking to use his pace to find the gap and break through. Naka Bulls defense being tested. Their number 13. A man that we've spoken about early on. Likaya. He's been so important for Safcol United. Every single time. The man knocking on the door of the Naka Bulls, looking for opportunities. Big opportunity here for Safcol United. Decision-making time yet again. Do they go for touch? Do they go for the 3 points? As we see the scrummy, the man with the number 9 on his back for Safcol United, Jason. Unfortunately suffering an injury. We hope and pray that it's nothing serious. He's needed by his team, Safcol United. He's been so key throughout this encounter.
Okay, water kan gaan.
But
Water kan gaan.
one of the shining lights, one of the beacons for Safcol United has been the man with the number 13 on his back, Likaya. He's been absolutely brilliant. Of course, just a reminder that this is the first game of the season for both these teams. These players looking to impress, looking to put up their hand and say, Coach, we want to be your guy. We want to play in the starting 15 throughout the season. Running into contact, Safcol United looking for their first try, testing the defensive line here, building the phases slowly but surely. Number 15 using his quick feet. There it is. Wood securing the first try of the game for Safcol United. We spoke about pace. We spoke about if there's a way to unlock the solid defense of the Naka Bulls, Safcol United have to use their pace. That's exactly what they've done in the second half. Big moment here for the man with the number 22 on his back. Unfortunately, the 2 points not being added to their tally. But it's a beacon of hope for Safcol United. These are the moments. These are the moments where we can see the tipping point in this battle. The moment where we can see a shift in momentum. The moments where Safcol United, the manne van die Boland, the manne van die Here, can they come back into this encounter? 59 minutes into this encounter. Naka Bulls 35 points up. Safcol United, they find themselves on 8 points. As we see the Safcol United team struggling to gather there,
16.
picking up the scraps, keeping up the ball then. But yet again, costly mistakes by Safcol United. You can see their coach being a little bit disappointed. Naka Bulle spreading that ball to their number 14, their number 15. Getting try number 6 for the Naka Bulls. At this point, easy sailing here for the Naka Bulls. Starting off the Pick and Pay Gold Cup on a good note, ensuring that they get the W this afternoon. Unfortunately, Graaf missing the conversion there, but no worries. They're still solid in terms of the scoreboard, leading comfortably so far. Safcol United,
Listen to the words.
they're on 8 points. Naka Bulls securing the ball, running straight into contact. Great offload by the Naka Bulls. Penalty given the way of Safcol United. "61 minutes into this encounter. Naka Bulls on 40 points. Safcol United, they're on 8 points. The scoreboard truly being a reflection of the caliber, the quality that we are seeing from the defending champions. Naka Bulls, a team that have truly made this competition their own. The Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Remember that there are opportunities across the country for you to see the trophy, take pictures with the trophy that will be handed over in the final that will be played towards the end of October in the special competition. Big scrum here by the Naka Bulls. Penalty going the way of Safcol United. Quick tap and run here, looking for opportunities, running straight into contact. Safcol United spreading that ball. Solid carries. That ball being handled with confidence. Turnover ball here. Naka Bulls suffocating Safcol United. Naka Bulls securing turnover ball. These are the moments. We talk about big games, big players. Safcol United running the ball with confidence. The man with the number 11 on his back being taken down for Safcol United. We spoke about it early on. We said if Safcol United want to come back, they have to use the spaces and use their pace. The man with the number 11 on his back now gaining about 30 meters there for Safcol United. They're about 5 meters away from the Naka Bulls try line. Safcol United have to make this one count. They are looking for their second try of this game. Can they make it count? They have struggled at scrum time, But it's never too late for their forward pack to show up in the big way. Great execution of the scrum, spreading that ball quite quickly. Naka Bulls turning over the ball. Big moment here. Naka Bulls, they get the penalty. They can breathe a sigh of relief. Safcol, they'll be a little bit disappointed. Very disappointed that they couldn't make that scrum count. But here's another scrum. Another opportunity. We've got 15 minutes left in this big battle. Round of 32. Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Defending champions taking on the Travelers. Safcol United. Naka Bulls really showing their class this afternoon. When you look at the scoreboard, it really tells a story of what we've seen. Just the conditioning, the quality, the physicality, the solid power that has come from the Naka Bulls, really standing out in a big way. The Travelers, Safcol United, have really struggled, at times being suffocated by the physicality of the Naka Bulls, especially at scrum time. When you look at the success rate of these scrums, Safcol United have really struggled. But on the other hand, Naka Bulls, they're smiling from ear to ear. We spoke about it earlier. We said that if your forward pack is handling their business at scrum time, things just become a lot easier. You don't have to worry. And that's what the Naka Bulls have done well this afternoon, almost alleviating the pressure on their backline. Their backline players like Makari, they've been given the freedom to score tries. That penalty now going the way of Safcol United. Is this the moment? Big match temperament, big moments here. We need Safcol United, the supporters on the touchline, in the stands, watching at home. They're looking with bated breath. Can they secure their second try of this game? Big moments here. Naka Bulls. Their defense has been brilliant. Their defense has been solid, even under pressure. Safcol United have continuously knocked on the door of opportunity, but the Naka Bulls have been resolute, solid in defense. Yet another scrum here. One would argue that these are the moments that matter the most. Yes, maybe Safcol United can't win this game, but they can give us a performance that can make that scoreline a little bit more respectable. Gives them something to talk about on their way home. Great execution of the scrum here by the Naka Bulls. Running with confidence is their number 11. Looking to make his way all the way to the try line as we see another big hit. Big moments here in Pretoria. You can hear and see the excitement in the stands. As JJ was smiling from ear to ear, seeing the try line, gaining about 50 meters. Electric pace from JJ. Naka Bulls dominating the scrum. Even when it comes to opportunity time, when they see the spaces, they see the gaps, they're using those opportunities in such a big way. Really showing their class. In Pretoria, playing at their home ground. Of course, they are the defending champions, reminding us why they won this competition last season. But the one thing I can tell you about this year's competition, the 2025 edition of the Pick and Pay Gold Cup, will bring you exciting, thrilling rugby. And you can catch all the action live right here on the Global Sports Network across the country. Every single Saturday, we'll bring you fantastic club rugby. In this Gold Cup, big moments here from Safcol not being able to use that scrum. Naka Bulle, seeing more of the same from them, using their opportunities. Their number 12, their center, Iman, strong carry from him. Jack Hart, scrummy from the Bulls, being put under pressure. Spreading that ball with confidence. Graaf, their number 10, linking up quite nicely with their number 18. Building the phases. Graaf looking from side to side, choosing to go left. High tackle there. You can hear the calls from the touchline. Coaching staff of the Naka Bulls calling for the yellow card. Referee being put under pressure here. We have seen a few high tackles in this encounter. Referee being put under massive pressure. The one thing about being the man with the whistle out in the middle is that the supporters, the coaching staff, those that are watching from home will definitely be vocal. They won't allow you to get away with those mistakes. Referee feeling the pressure, but he has controlled the game quite brilliantly. The quality of refereeing being up to par in this competition. 9 minutes left in this titanic big battle out in Pretoria. Naka Bulls taking control, starting their season on a good note. Safcol United, a team that has traveled all the way from the Western Cape, really feeling the pressure. That scoreboard being somewhat of a reflection of this big battle. The physicality that we've seen from both teams has been solid. However, Naka Bulls coming out on top, especially at scrum time. Referee chatting to the two skippers out in the middle, just taking control of this game. We have seen a lot of pressure being put on the referee. He has managed this game with distinction. It's never easy holding the whistle, being out in the middle when both these teams want the victory, when both these teams are being physical, when the supporters are letting you know what they think on the touchline, as we see the supporters that have come out to watch some local rugby. I suppose you can call this the curtain raiser for the big game that we will be watching this afternoon. The Springboks taking on Argentina out at Kings Park in Durban. We have enjoyed the curtain raiser. Of course, a fantastic tournament supported by SA Rugby, the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Thank you so much to all the sponsors that have attached their brand to this phenomenal competition. An opportunity for these lads to show off their passion, their love and their skill for this game that we call rugby. What an absolutely beautiful advertisement of the talent that we have in this country. Solid scrum here by the Naka Bulls. Jack Hart, their scrummy, waiting patiently at the back of their scrum, being put under pressure. Quick tap and run here by Jack Hart. Great offload by their number 20, Naka Bulls, finding their number 17. Running straight into contact. Jack Hart taking his time. Eighth man, putting in a solid shift this afternoon. Solid carry. That ball being spread to number 16. Naka Bulls spreading that ball with confidence. Big moment here. That ball almost being lost forward. Bosov holding on for dear life, securing that penalty. A little bit of ill discipline by Safcol United. Should be seeing more of the same here. More of the same from the Naka Bulls. We've seen them execute their lineouts with confidence. Going for the quick short lineout here are the Naka Bulls. That ball being held up. Solid defense by Safcol United. The one thing that you have to admit is the fact that Safcol United have really shown up big time in the second half. They were outmuscled in the first half, but they've shown up big time. Moments like that, moments where they defend what some would say is an easy try for the Naka Bulls. Safcol United coming back strong, being so solid, being so resolute in terms of their execution of their defensive systems and structures. Well done to Safcol United as we see a solid scrum here by the Naka Bulls. Safcol United will be tested here. Jack Hart. Looks like it is a try here for the Naka Bulls. There it is. There's scrummy. Jack Hart dotting down there, moving the tally to 45 points. Are the Naka Bulls. Unfortunately not getting the conversion of the Naka Bulls here. Graaf missing out on adding 2 more points to their tally. But the Naka Bulls are smiling from ear to ear as they're starting their season on a good note in this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. 77 minutes into this encounter. Naka Bulls on 45 points. Safcol United, the Travelers this afternoon, they're just on 8 points. As we see a box kick here by the Naka Bulls. The man who scored the try for Safcol United, Wood, spreading that ball in the back line. The ball being booted up front. Solid touch finder here. By Safcol United. The man with the number 13 on his back for Safcol United. He's had a big game. He's put in a big shift. Lekaya. He's done so well. Being one of the beacons of hope in this game. Himself and Wood, they fullback. They've done quite well for Safcol United, even though this game hasn't gone their way. Great execution of the line out here. Naka Bulls securing the penalty. Big moment here. Can Safcol United use this moment, use this opportunity? These are the moments that matter. 2 minutes to full time. Running straight into contact. Safcol United looking for that try. Spreading that ball to number 17. Asking questions. Big moment here. Naka Bulls showcasing their defensive prowess. As we see the chairman of Safcol United, Dimitri Jacobs. Of course, so great to see his support as well, traveling with the team. Unfortunately, the result not going their way this afternoon, but it's beautiful to see the support that Safcol United have in the stands. They've traveled very far from Boland, the Western Cape, supporting this team, showing that wherever you go, Safcol United, we will support you. Of course, even though the result isn't necessarily going their way, there have been moments where they have been brilliant, especially when you look at their fast running rugby. That is what led to that first and only try for Safcol United. Number 15, Wood, scoring that try. But besides that, they've really struggled a little bit in this encounter. But that's why they're looking for their second try, looking to make these last few minutes count, is Safcol United. Turnover ball here.
Last one, eh?
Naka Bulls choosing to run the ball deep from their territory. Offload to Jack Hart, booting the ball up front. Being chased down by their number 11. Unfortunately, he was seeing the try line. He was already smiling from ear to ear. I think already working out a celebration as well. Is JJ, the number 11 from the Naka Bulls. A man who's also had a fantastic game on the wing. Seeing the last few seconds, minutes of this encounter. Round number 32. Round of 32, pardon me. In this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Naka Bulls grabbing the Bulls by the horn in this big game. Stolen at line out time. Naka Bulls looking strong, using their physicality, looking to bully their way to the try line. They want to add to their tally. Spreading the ball with confidence to their number 22. He connects with number 14, the man who's had an absolute blinder this afternoon. John, with the number 14 on his back. He's been so brilliant for the Naka Bulls. He's been so vital in terms of their attacking systems. One of those players that has found the gaps, used his pace when called upon. Looking so good, looking so strong, all the Naka Bulls, reminding us that they are the defending champions in this competition. As we see a quick restart here, regathering here. Naka Bulls calling for offside. John, number 14, who just scored that try, looking for more opportunities. Number 17 from the Naka Bulls, making his way to the try line, adding more points to their tally. Junior Mayman. Pardon me, number 17. Christoph. That's the man who adds points to their tally. Naka Bulls smiling from ear to ear, adding more and more tries to their tally. Their supporters being so happy with the action that we are seeing this afternoon. Great take by the Naka Bulls. They're number 18. He's been solid off the bench. There it is. Number 14. Great passing combination between John and the scrummy Jack Hart. He passes number 21. More tries. More opportunities being taken by the Naka Bulls. There's no stopping this team this afternoon. Their supporters really enjoying the rugby this afternoon. Jack Hart, he's been so vital to this team. Naka Bull scrumming. As you see the retake from the man who scored the try. Number 22. Naka Bulls taking their time here. They know that they're cruising nicely. So close to their first victory of the competition. Safcol United, they secure the penalty. Last few moments. Can Safcol United make the scoreline a little bit more respectable? They've had a tough afternoon. They've traveled all the way from Boland in the Western Cape, not necessarily getting a positive result, but a few of their players have really played well. But unfortunately, as a team, they haven't played according to the way that we know they can play. Naka Bulls have really suffocated them at scrum time. In terms of their defensive structures, Naka Bulls haven't given Safcol United a lot of opportunities. As we see the quick tap and run here. Big moment here, number 24. Safcol United. They'll be looking to make this opportunity count. Holding on to the ball, building their phases, trying to find their man. Number 13, Lekaya, offloads. Safcol United still with ball in hand. That ball being knocked on there by Safcol United. Big moments here. Last few minutes of the game. Can Safcol United come back into this one? 66 points for the Naka Bulls. Manne van Pretoria, die Naka Bulle. Safcol United, they're just on 8 points. 79 minutes into this encounter. Last few minutes of action in the round of 32 in this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. Big moments here. Safcol United regathers the ball. Spreading that ball, looking to use the backline players and their pace. Penalty going the way of the Naka Bulls. Chemistry, combination play in the backline for Safcol United hasn't necessarily gone according to plan. These are the opportunities that on their way home they'll be scratching their heads, thinking back to this game, thinking back to the opportunities that they didn't capitalize on. When you look at the bigger picture of this encounter, Naka Bulls have been clinical at scrum time. Can we see more of the same? Can we see them finishing off this game in a big way? That scrum moving from side to side. Naka Bulls securing the penalty. They've really dominated the scrums. They've really done well at scrum time. One thing that their coach will be quite happy about,
Ambulance.
Marnus van der Walt, their head coach, he'll be happy with their execution. The Naka Bulls starting this competition on a good note, reminding us why they are the defending, reigning champions in this competition. Solid line-outs. More of the same that we've seen earlier on in this encounter. Solid line-outs. Great execution now of the rolling mole. That ball being positioned so beautifully at the back of the mole. There's Scrummy waiting patiently, looking to pounce on opportunity. Safcol United scrambling in their defense. Penalty going the way of the Naka Bulls. Jen's getting a little bit physical. Soos hulle in Pretoria sê, die manne groet mekaar. I would argue that it's a little bit too late to be greeting each other at this point in the game. The game is almost over. But of course, these are the moments where we remind the players not to use their punches, but to show off their rugby skills. We love the physicality, but discipline, always an important part of the game. A little bit of ill discipline creeping into this game. There it is. The end of the game. The end of this titanic battle. Big game in the round of 32 in this Pick and Pay Gold Cup. First game of the competition for both these teams. Of course, you can see it on your screens at the moment. One team being a little bit disappointed. Safcol United traveling all the way from Boland. They've had a very, very tough afternoon out here in Pretoria. Naka Bulls reminding us that this is their fortress. Reminding us that this is their home game. Reminding us that they are the reigning, defending champions. We talk about big games requiring big opportunities. Big players showing up in a big way. Naka Bulls winning this one with a massive 66 to 8 points. Few moments of brilliance from Safcol United. Players like Wood, players like Likanya, but unfortunately not being able to secure the W. What a special game. Live broadcast of the Pick and Pay Gold Cup as the Naka Bulls win their first game of the season. They'll be going into next week, the next game, with confidence. Another big moment where the Naka Bulls showing off their skills. The action and the live broadcast continues. A few interviews coming your way. Stay tuned. This is a live broadcast by the Global Sport Network, bringing you fantastic club rugby action. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Naka Bulle, Naka Bulls home ground right here in Pretoria. It is the round of 32 in this beautiful competition that we call the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. A great competition for the young lads and some of the older lads to show off their rugby skills. In terms of the result, it's going the way of the Naka Bulls. Of course, we've got their head coach, a man who's smiling from ear to ear, Meneer van der Walt. Are you happy with the result that you saw this afternoon?
Yeah, I think we struggled the first half. I think we got caught up in off the ball stuff, and then at half time I had a hard chat about just leave that stuff alone and just play rugby. So second half much better, but we left about more tries out there.
You talk about 4 tries. I mean, when you look at the scoreboard, there was a lot of points, 66 points. Are you saying that you as a head coach, you're not necessarily happy with that? You wanted more from the team?
Yeah, I think we went out of our structure in the first half. We just tried to play the ball too wide, too quickly, and didn't use our pack to carry the ball, even in the beginning of the second half. But then later we got a little bit of momentum. So I'm not happy with our attack, but our defense was solid.
You talk about your defense being solid. I want to highlight your dominance at scrum time. Talk to me about just the mentality going into this game and also the squad understanding how important scrums are to winning a game.
Yes, obviously that's the platform we play off. Everything we do is of our scrums and our lineouts, and everybody knows it. But I think even the guys that came off the bench was really, really good, specifically the second half.
Some key players. We have to talk about your scrummy, Jack Hart. He was absolutely brilliant this afternoon, almost the lifeline in terms of controlling the game and also scoring a try himself. How vital is he as a player to this team?
Obviously very vital, but Jack won't play that good if we don't give the forwards don't give a good platform for him. So it's a team effort. But yes, Jack is a good decision maker, and obviously most of the time he's got a really good game.
In terms of what lies ahead for you as a coach, are there any areas that you really want to sharpen up ahead of your next game? We know that this is a competition that the Naka Bulls enjoy playing but also enjoy winning. You guys are the defending champions. So I'm sure for you as a head coach, you're looking at this game and thinking there are certain things that I want to fix heading into the next encounter so that we can defend our title.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas. I think our lineouts let us down a little bit in the beginning of the game. We've got to look at the detail around the lineouts, specifically our lifters. But overall, I think every department needs work. Specifically, making passes in the contact, which we usually don't do. So we'll work on that next week.
Coach van der Walt, thank you so much for hosting us so nicely right here in Pretoria, but also well done on the great result this afternoon.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's how we wrap it up right here in Pretoria. It is the round of 32. It is the Pick and Pay Gold Cup. The Naka Bulls coming out on top. Unfortunately, Safcol United not being able to really show up to this occasion. But when you look at the scoreline, you look at the Naka Bulls being up 66 points. Naka Bulls being the team that's really, really dominant, and Safcol United really struggling. They were only able to score 8 points this afternoon. It shows the fact that the reigning defending champions really asserted their dominance. Thank you so much for joining us for this round of 32 this afternoon in Pretoria. My name is Aaron Masamola, and in terms of this broadcast, it was brought to you live by the Global Sports Network, ensuring that we bring you live rugby action, celebrating the talent that we have in this country. We'll see you next week.